Hello everyone, I am Prasanna, pursuing Bachelor's degree in Computer Science at Vishnu Institute of Technology. In this video, I am going to discuss about JavaScript closures, callbacks, promises, async or await functions, and implementation of to-do lists using JavaScript closures. First of all, what is a closure? A closure is a feature in JavaScript where an inner function has access to the outer function's variables as scope. The closure has three scope chains. It has access to its own scope, outer functions variables, and global variables. Let us look at this example. Generate greetings as is an outer function having an argument name and returns two functions Spanish and English. The two inner functions Spanish and English has access to the argument passed in the outer function's name, which means the arguments variables defined in the parent functions generate greetings is captured and stored by Spanish and English inner functions till it goes out of scope or destroyed. The child functions access the variables of the outer function due to closures in JavaScript. In other words, it is called a parent passes scope to the child function as a legacy, and thus child function can access the legacy variables. So in this function, the Spanish and the English takes name variable, access this name variable, and we give name as John. It when it is called, it will give us Hola John in Spanish and Hello John in English. So next we will discuss about callback. What is a callback? A callback is a function passed as an argument to another function and is executed after the operation completes. Here is the example of the callback function. Here the function fetch data takes one argument callback. Here callback is a function that will be executed once the operations that it set timeout completes, it will execute. So in this example, initially fetch data is called. Set timeout starts waiting 1 second. 1000 this represents 1 second without blocking the rest of the program. After 1 second, data fetched is printed in the console, and then the callback function is called. Then callback function is executed is printed in the console. And this is about callback. Next, we will discuss about what is a promise. A promise in JavaScript is an object that represents the eventual completion or failure of an asynchronous operations. It allows you to write cleaner and more manageable asynchronous code. Promises generally have three states: pending initial state, and fulfilled operation completed successfully, rejected or operation failed. Let us discuss by using this example. Here, a promise is created by using promise constructor that has a function as a parameter that contains reserves and reject functions. Here, set timeout is used to simulate an asynchronous operation that completes after 1 second. Here, if the success is true, resolve function is called and data fetched successfully is printed at the console. Else, reject function is called, error fetching data is displayed. We will handle this using then method is called and the promise is resolved successfully. And catch method is called when the promise is rejected. The error parameter contains the values passed to the reject function. And this is about the promise. Next, we will discuss about what is an async or await function. Async or await is a modern syntax built on top of promises to write cleaner and more readable asynchronous code. It is similar to the promise code, but it provides a cleaner and more readable asynchronous code. Async declares a function that returns a promise and await pauses the execution and until the promise is resolved. It is similar to the promise code, but only difference is that we use async on await. Async is used to declare a function that returns a promise and await pause the execution until the promise is resolved. And that's all about async and await. Now we will discuss about to-do list implementation using JavaScript closures. Here is a code to implement a to-do list manager using JavaScript closure. In this, we will mainly do the following tasks. First, we can add tasks, mark task as complete, categorize tasks at as overdue, due today, and due later. Display is the categorized task in a formatted list. First of all, this to-do list the function manages a list of to-dos. It maintains private area all to store tasks and exposes method to interact with the list. Next, methods add method adds task to the all array. Mark as complete function first checks whether the given task is in the bounds of all array and marks it complete if it is completed. And further function compares each task due date with today's task and returns the are overdue. Next, due today. Due today tasks today's date tasks and returns tasks that are due today and due later. Due later compares the due date to today's date, returns the tasks that are due later and that is after today. And a method to displayable list. Display list works for each task. It displays X within the brackets if it is completed or brackets if it's not completed, and the title of the task and the due date if it's not today, and joins all the characters and with the new line characters. It is mainly used to display the due dates of to-do list and what are the tasks we have to do. And this function returns an object exposing all methods and the all array. And coming to the main function, first of all, we have to create an instance of the to-do list class. And then we have to generate the dates of today, yesterday, and tomorrow by using different date functions. And then we have to add items to the to-do list with the titles, due date, and completed if it is completed or not. Next, we will console my to-do list overdue, due date, due later based upon the values we have previously given. Let us execute the code and show the output. See the output. For that, we have to give command node space file index.js. And here is our output. My to-do list overdue today, submit assignment 2024 12/14 and due date I already paid rent, so it paid rent I have given it to, so it is marked and given this, and I haven't completed service vehicle at 2 days, so it gives service vehicles empty brackets and due later, that is tomorrow file taxes and electric bill tomorrow. So this is an output. Thank you all.